Good evening. I'm Vin Scully, delighted and honored to play a part in tonight's proceedings as we honor Michael Doc Emrick. One of my favorite jokes has to do with the inveterate gambler who bet on every baseball game and lost on every game throughout the summer. Then football started. He bet on every NFL game all throughout the winter and lost every game. So he finally called the bookmaker and he said, "I'm done gambling." Bookmaker said, "You can't quit. Hockey starts tomorrow." And the guy said, "Hockey? What do I know about hockey?" Well, for most of us, whenever we hear the word hockey, we think of Michael Doc Emrick, who is certainly being honored here tonight. Oh gosh, he's been honored before. The Lester Patrick Award in 2004, the Foster Hewitt Award, that was in 2008, and the Creme de la Creme, the United States Hockey Hall of Fame Award in 2011. I remember as a kid growing up in New York, Rangers fan in a sense, didn't go to but one game a year maybe, but I can remember, Davy Kerr, Lynn and Muzz Patrick, Brian Hextall. They're names that just cling to you as you go back and look at your childhood. For Emrick, his name suddenly really became associated with hockey when he started with the New Jersey Devils. Then he went to the Philadelphia Flyers, back to the Devils again. And of course, now you look back at his record-breaking career. The NHL on ESPN, CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, 5 Olympics on CBS. There were, make it 5 on NBC and 2 on CBS. And he covered almost every imaginable sport. He did the NHL, sure, but he also did the NFL. He also did in Olympics, lacrosse, for instance, and basketball, and he even did water polo. So Doc is 69 last August and going strong, thank goodness. And when you ask people about him, they'll tell you a couple of things. Number one, as nice a guy as ever got into the profession. Number two, meticulous in his preparation. And then finally, faultlessly delivering the hockey mat that you're watching. So for all of us in the business, all of us even close to the award, to Michael Doc Emrick, welcome to the club, baby. You really belong.
When Doc asked me to present Vin's award to him, I didn't realize there was an upside and a downside. The upside, easy. It was an honor to be asked. The downside, it's a no-win situation. Why is it a no-win situation? Well, how would you like to give a presentation when the person before you is Vin Scully and the person after you is Mike Emrick? I mentioned that to Doc, and he laughed. With that in mind, and stuck between two of the greatest wordsmiths, I will say one thing about each of them. First, Vin. I know we're all concerned about Vin's health, and last Wednesday an email from him made my day. It said, and I will read the email, "Hi Bob, I am feeling very well and looking forward to a complete recovery and the 2016 season. Blessings, Vin." I'm not going to go through the litany of stuff that Vin said, and I probably wouldn't do it as well. But about Doc, he is one of the nicest persons you will ever meet. He's a yearly visitor to our sports workshops, and this is one of the ways I have introduced him to the students. It is a blessing if a person like Doc passes through your life. I am truly blessed because he is a part of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of a very distinguished club, the 2015 winner of the Vin Scully Lifetime Achievement Award in Sports Broadcasting, Mike Emrick.
Four honors to start with. Number one, the phone call from Vin in March. I don't do this well, but hi Mike, Vin Scully, Los Angeles, California. I'll bet you're wondering why I'm calling you today. Number 2 was the video we just saw. Number 3 was Bob's report on Vin's health. Number 4 is receiving an award that has Vin's name on it and mine. And number 5, receiving it from someone who spent 40 years or so slugging it out in the sports business in New York, and now for the last 2 decades has shared that, encouraging others to do the same thing, in Bob Ahrens. Unlike myself, both Charles and Charlie have met Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers. It was about 18 years ago, a few blocks away from here, that he got a Lifetime Achievement Award. And he said very politely and quietly, like he always did, 10 seconds to think about all of the people who got you here. You all have homes to go to. 10 seconds would be inadequate for me. There have been so many, but some are here tonight. Sam Flood from NBC Sports and Lou Oppenheim from Headline Media Management have seen things exactly the same way, and they have made my career last far longer than I ever could have dreamed. For those of you who are students here tonight, 50 years from now, I hope you have 2 people in your life who take as good of care of you as Sam and Lou have done for me. Pierre McGuire inside the glass. We let him out of the glass tonight. Pierre normally works every night, and if he's not doing TV, he's doing radio shows. And tonight, like all of you, he had a Monday night off, and he chose to come here. Great team, man. Thank you, Pierre. At that table are the National Hockey League and many people at NBC, longtime friends and colleagues. The loyalty from both of those groups to me has been marvelous, and I thank them for that. The New Jersey Devils are represented here. Over 21 years I spent there riding along on their coattails. The second stint I arrived the same time Jacques Lemaire became coach and Marty Brodeur became the goaltender, and nothing but good times ahead. There are tangible results from having been with the Devils during those years. This is one of them, 2003. My brother has another from the year 2000, and my nephew has another from the year 1995. It's been very good for me. I am lucky. 43 years ago, I started to do hockey games for a living. For the last 42 years, I have had alongside a woman who has helped me pick out suits and shoes and cars and houses and, most importantly, dogs. She has also been alongside when I had to say goodbye to both parents and when I was being diagnosed and treated for cancer, my wife Joyce. This is our Lifetime Achievement Award tonight, too. And there are 3 bonuses. And the 3 bonuses you've heard about all evening long, and you have seen 2 of them. You will see another. In a few seconds, I get to sit next to a fellow Hoosier. Indianapolis area, Warren Central High School, the Warriors, Black and Gold, Jane Pauley. On Sunday mornings, and at 42 after the hour on WWJ, the CBS affiliate in Detroit, we get CBS Sunday Morning, all done in quiet class and excellence. And we get the Osgood file, and sometimes it is in verse. That is the second of the bonuses that Joyce and I get tonight. And the third one, we are second shift people. Mr. Rose, I am sorry, I am not up early enough in the morning to watch the first shift. However, we marvel at what you do, and the fact that after a game in Washington last week, I got back to the hotel in time to see, in one sitting, Ted Koppel and Steve Martin. I don't know how you do it, but we are both very glad that you do. And finally, on a Monday night in November, I alluded to this earlier. Mondays in November are very valuable times, and you had lots of other things you could have done with Monday evening at 8:27. The fact that you have supported us and WFUV means an awful lot. I thank you for giving up your Monday evening to be here and be with us. Thank you.